Ano nga ba ang kahulugan ng school culture at tungkulin nito, mga katangian at iba pa sa prosesong pagtuturo at pagkatuto? Ito ang aking tatalakayin sa ngayon. Magandang umaga sa lahat. Ako nga po pala si Hyacenth Calimbo from BSE-Filipino to me at ngayon aking tatalakayin at bibigyan ko ng kaunting pag-unawa ang isa sa paksa ng asignaturang The Teacher and the Community, School Culture and Organizational Leadership. Here are the learning outcomes that we need to discuss. Meaning of school culture, classification or types of school culture, characteristic of culture, function and elements of culture, relationship between culture and society, school climate, strengths and weaknesses of the Filipino character as socio-cultural issue, creating a positive school culture and culture of peace, creating a positive learning climate, positive student culture, the school culture, developing good rules, violence and disorder, keeping school a safe haven, keeping it a fair playing field. Are you ready? Let's get started. Ano nga ba ang kahulugan ng school culture? So it is the character that gives the school qualities beyond its structure, its resources, or its practices, meaning the school culture goes beyond the physical structure of a student's school. It is more than that, and according to BSE, school culture consists of norms and shared experiences that evolved over school history. So everything that the influence on the students or the parents or the administrator or the staff but experience in schools. All practices that they share are right, even the beliefs. The belief that they share, they are all parts and parcel of school culture. That is why school culture, it is created by all the people in the school. The school culture is not just a product of a student's group in a certain school community, but is the byproduct of everyone that are involved in the teaching and learning process, or every member of the student's community. And other or another thing that we have to know about school culture, it says there it is a social construct, meaning it is something that we create based on what we feel, based on what we experience, based on how we deal with everyone in the community, and it is something that is shaped really by everyone in the school community. So whatever it is that we experience in our workplace, alright, whatever tradition we have in our workplace, these are all products of our collaborative efforts. So if what we experience in the school is positive, then that is the product of the joint effort of everyone in the community. But in what you experience in the school is nothing but negative experience, alright, then all negative things, then that is product of everyone, okay? In that school community, that is why it is a social construct, it is not a genetic. When we say genetic construct, it's something that we inherited, a culture that is based on the people involved, alright. It's not something that will be inherited. It is something that we created, that everyone in the school community created. That's why school culture could be positive or could be negative, depending on the traditions and the practices, even on the perceptions of everyone in the school community. And the school culture, since it is maybe positive or it may be negative, it could actually facilitate learning, or it could even adversely affect learning, because a school community must therefore strive to create a positive school culture, because it affects positively or negatively the learning process that why everyone in the school community must strive to make sure that the school culture that we have in our own workplace is positive and is positively affecting everyone. May 6 na klasifikasyon or types of school culture. Ito ay ang collaborative school culture, pangalawa, comfortable collaboration, pangatlo, contrived collegial, pang-apat, balkanized, kasunod ay ang fragmented, at panghuli ay ang toxic. So, in overall understanding ng mga ito, ay ang kultura mula sa iba't ibang tao na may individual na pagkakaiba sa paniniwala, pagpapahalaga at pangunawa. Ang mga kultura ito ay ang pundasyon or foundations ng paaralan at nagsisilbing mga block ng gusali nito. Karamihan sa kultura ay para sa pagpapabuti at pagpapaunlad o pagpapalawak ng institusyon. Ngunit mayroong ding puwersa na nagbabawal sa mga paaralan na umunlad at ang puwersang ito ay umiiral lamang sa isipan ng mga tao. So, ang school culture or ang kultura ng paaralan ay ang ilusyon ng peer pressure para sa mga matatanda. So, kailangan matanto ng mga tao na ang pagpapabuti ng paaralan or pagpapabuti sa sarili ay isang pagpipilian marahil higit pa ang haharap sa hamon. So, let's discuss its characteristic about culture. Sabi nga nila, mas makikilala mo yung bagay o tao kapag nalalaman mo yung characteristic niya. Kaya number 1, culture is everything. It has what a person has, does, and thinks as part of society. So, kahit mapamaterial na bagay pa yan o mga idea na tinuturo, mga methods, that is culture. Culture is everything. Now, material culture, it includes all tangible and visible parts of culture. Syempre, it includes clothes, foods, and even buildings. Or pag sinabing material culture, ito yung mga possible or possible mong mahawakan or merong actual or real representation. Another hand naman is yung non-material culture. It includes all intangible parts of culture, which consists of values, ideas, knowledge, methods, strategy, kung anong kaalaman or batas, edukasyon. So, example nito, ugali nating pagmamano or pagiging hospitable yun. Mga intangible bagay yan or culture or kahit material culture pa yan or non-material or tangible or intangible pa yan, it's still culture. Kaya nga sinabi ng culture is everything. Another example of characteristic is culture is learned. Yan. Culture is a set of belief, attitudes, and practices that an individual learns. Kasi pwede namang nation or pwede namang matutuhan yung culture kahit na sa panonood lang natin ng anime, Thai movies, Korean novellas, matutunan natin yung culture ng ibang society and natutunan natin yung culture na meron tayo dito sa lugar natin. So we have enculturation, acculturation, and deculturation. So kapag sinabing enculturation, it is a process of learning your own culture. Natututunan mo yung sarili mo kultura. So, best example nito is nung bata pa tayo din. Yung society na meron doon is pinag-aaralan o natututunan natin yung kultura sa society natin. So, example is tinuturoan tayo kumain, tinuturoan tayo kung paano maligo na sa lugar natin. Ang pagligo ay gamit tabo lang yun. So, yun yung example ng enculturation. So, next is acculturation. It is a process of accommodating desirable traits from other culture. Sa acculturation, natutunan yung kulturang ibang society. Like sa kultura ng Japan, kultura ng Chinese, sa kapapanood natin. Or meron man tayong nag-share sa atin, pwede nating matutunan. Yung iba, at yung tawag dun is acculturation. So next is deculturation. it identify culture has been lost, and even cultural trait itself is in the process of being forgotten. So meaning, yung kultura ay unti-unting nakakalimutan or nawawala. So best example nito, yung nangyari nung sakupin tayo ng Spaniard na nire-required ng mga Espanyol na magpalit na pangalan ng mga ninuno natin. Kasi dati, nung pangalan ng namatay si Sulaiman, Lapu-Lapu, mga ganun, din pinapalitan. So sa deculturation, ito yung prosesong nawawala or nakakalimutan ang kultura. So another characteristic is culture is shared. This implies that a behavior cannot be considered as a culture if there is only one person practicing this. So culture is shared, intergenerational. Siyempre, sabi nga na no man is an island. Sa culture din, di matatawag na culture kung isa lang nagpa-practice nito. Culture is shared is simple. Ang kultura ay pwede nating i-share o pinagsasaluhan yan ng mga tao, like kapag merong bagong dumating sa probinsya, nagdadala tayo ng foods na meron sa kanila or meron sa atin or na meron sa probinsya na yun, sinishare natin yung kultura na yun. Then, pwede natin i-share sa ibang bansa yung culture nila by using products, videos, kung anumang bagay. Nasi-share nila yun, kultura nila. Nasi-share nila yung kultura nila. So, number 4 is culture varies from society to society. That every society has a culture of its own that differs from other societies. So culture are not uniform. The culture of every society is unique. Yun nga, kung nasi-share sa iba ang kultura or kung may acculturation nga na sinasabi natin kanina, ito ang nagpapatunay na culture varies from society to society, wherein kahit sa probinsya or Bukidnon, iba yung kultura nila, may distinct culture tayo. So iba yung kultura ng Japan, iba yung kultura ng Chinese, Thailand, America, then iba yung culture nila. Also, culture varies from time to time. Yun, since may mga nagtitrend bawat panahon na nadadagdag, may bagong or panibagong uso, may bagong pakulo. So 5 is culture is adaptive. Culture is a tool for survival that humans use in response to the pressure of their environment. Best example nito is ikaw. Nilagay ka sa isang bansa, syempre, aalamin mo yung kung paano sila namumuhay sa lugar na yon. Pag-aaralan mo kung paano, syempre, pwede yun i-adapt. So number 6 is culture is maladaptive. Culture can also cause problem for the people who subscribes to it. So, these problems arise when environment is changed and culture has remained the same. Since na ang culture is nag-i-evolve, syempre yung ibang matatanda or kahit sa atin is naiiwan ng development ng culture. Example, mga devices na bago ngayon, hindi na makakasunod yung tao or hindi na nakaka-adapt ang isang individual sa pagbabago ng kultura. So, depende na yun sa nagaganap na culture is maladaptive. Last, number 7 is culture continuous and cumulative. So the final characteristic of culture, it is never static. So this dynamism of culture is due to changing needs of humans as they interpret and survive in their environment. Sabi nga kanina is culture varies from time to time. Pero ang culture nakakalimutan man yan pero hindi yan nawawala. Continuous yan kasi nadagdagan or nadadagdagan sa cumulative ang culture. Hindi natin alam may uuso na namang kanta o may uuso na namang dance challenge. So yun yung isang characteristic ng culture. Continuous lang siya at cumulative. So that is characteristic of the culture, kahit simpleng gawain that is culture na din na nag-shape sa atin sa society. Kaya kailangan nating respetuhin at i-appreciate kahit maliliit na bagay para sa successful life na meron tayo. Functions of culture. Like, ito yung kabuuang konsepto o sangkap sa pamumuhay ng tao o batayan ng kilos o gawi ng isang individuals or group. Ito ay isang komplikadong sistemang ugnayan na nagbibigay kahulugan o paraan sa pamumuhay sa isang lipunan. First, it has a boundary defining rules. It creates the extension between one organization and another. At ito rin ay nagbibigay ng karunungan at sukatan ng pagkilos na kailangan para mabuhay at para makaalma sa mga suliranin ng buhay. Second, it conveys a sense of identity for organization's member. At nagbibigay rin ito ng mga tagubilin. Third, culture facilitates the generations of commitment to something larger than one's individual self-interest. Nagbibigay ng mga panukala o hakbang upang matiyak ang kapayapaan at kaayusan. And the fourth is it enhances the stability of a social system. Culture is the social glue that helps hold the organization together by providing appropriate standards for what employees should say and do. Finally, culture serves as a sense-making and control mechanism that guides. At ito rin ay paglinang ng personalidad. So sa makatawid sa pamamagitan ng common na kultura, ang bawat tao ay nabibigyan ng channel na makakapag-interact upang walang alitan na mangyayari. So now we proceed to the elements of culture, and these are the norms, languages, festival, rituals, and ceremonies, holidays, pastime, food, architecture, religious, values, taboos, sports, clothing and outfit, music, social hierarchy, symbols, dance, and arts. The next is relationship between culture and the society. It presents a continuous movement. Society and culture are closely related and interlinked, but they are not interchangeable. Culture plays a key role in the formation of a society. Characteristic of relationship between culture and society: mutual existence, not identical, and last, essential differences. So sa aking natutunan tungkol sa relationship ng culture at ang society is ang kultura ay bahagi ng bawat lipunan. Sa katunayan, direktang nakakaapekto ang kultura sa lipunan dahil nakakaapekto ito sa reaksyon ng mga tao sa mga pagbabago at ideya. Ito ay tulad ng lipunan ay kung ano ang nakikita natin sa labas, samantalang ang kultura ay kung ano ang nakikita natin sa loob. Ngayon, maraming karaniwang tao ang naniniwala na ang kultura ay isang paraan lamang kung paano pinamunuan at pinamamahalaan ng mga tao ang kanilang buhay. Dapat itong maglaan o dapat itong maglaman ng sining, mga pamantayan at pamantayan ng lipunan, sistemang panlipunan, teknolohiya, relihiyon at higit sa lahat, edukasyon. Ang lipunan, ayon sa alam natin sa ngayon, ay anumang grupo ng mga tao na may posibilidad na magbahagi ng parehong rehiyon, biyolohikal at kultural na mga katangian at may parehong sistema ng pag-uugali at pagkilos. Ang isang lipunan ay dapat na maging sapat sa sarili upang magpatuloy na umiiral habang ang kultura ay umiiral ng lampas sa termino ng kasapatan. Sa makatuwid, ang lipunan ay hindi maaaring humiwalay sa sarili nitong kultura dahil lamang sa kultura ang gumagawa ng kung ano ito. Parehong ang kultura at lipunan ay ang mga termino na ang lahat ay napakalaki at sumasaklaw upang ipaliwanag sa mga simpleng salita. Alam natin lahat kung sino tayo at saan tayo nanggaling. Iyon ang tiyak na tumutukoy sa atin. Kasunod naman ang school climate. School climate is under the umbrella of the school culture, alright. And the school climate contributes to the positivity or the negativity of the school culture. Now, if school culture is not genetic, it's more on a social construct is School climate, on the other hand, is more relational, alright. It affects the relationship that exists between and among the members of the teaching community, from to the administration, to the faculty, to the staff, and to the students, that the relationship that is existing between and among them, alright, would lead to a positive or a negative school climate. And school climate is illustrated by the attitudes and behavior of the school staff and focus on the style of the school organizational system. That's why it's more relational. It deals with the relationship of everyone in that teaching community. That is why it says there is school climate refers to the school effect on students, including the teaching practices, the diversity and the relationship between and among the member of a certain school community. So could be about the teaching practices, it could be about the diversity, the differences, the similarities of everyone in the school communities, like school climate. And another thing, school climate, it says there is driven by and reflected in the daily interactions of staff, administration, faculty, students, support staff, and the outside community. So these are the strengths and weaknesses of the Filipino character, a socio-cultural issue. These are the strengths of the Filipino: pakikipagkapwa-tao, family orientation, joy and humor, flexibility, adaptability, and creativity, hard work and industry, faith and religiosity, ability to survive. And these are the weaknesses of the Filipino character: extreme family-centeredness, extreme personalism, lack of discipline, positivity and lack of initiative, colonial mentality, kanya-kanya syndrome or talangka mentality, lack of self-analysis and self-reflection, emphasis on forma rather than substance. And according here, change is possible, and the following goals are proposed to develop on the Filipino. First, the sense of patriotism and national pride, a sense of the common good, of course, a sense of integrity and accountability, the values and habits of discipline and hard work, the value and habits of self-reflection and analysis, and lastly, the internalization of spiritual values and emphasis on essence rather than on a form. So, we should always remember that hindi natin maaalis ang kultura sa ating moralidad. Hindi natin maaalis ang kultura bilang isang Pilipino sa kung ano man tayo ngayon. The way we speak, the way we act, the way we think, the way we talk to other people, or the way we dress it, yung maipapakita natin kung gaano tayo ka-Pilipino. So, let me wrap up everything within this particular code that we Filipinos, we got unwavering optimism, we've got infectious contagious laughter, we've got strong sense of community, we possess, I do agree, and undeniable charm. However, there is a big however. Like any other culture, we've got their tendency toward complacency, and we have been so reliant on bahala na mentality. Whatsoever happened, coming something like that. And this matter just reminds us the importance of constantly striving for our respective growth and progress, because after all, it is part and inherent of life to have weaknesses and strength. So next, creating a positive school culture and culture of peace. Creating a positive learning climate, positive students culture, the school culture, developing good rules, violence and disorder, keeping school a safe haven, keeping it a fair playing field. Next is shared norms, teacher and student norms. So, according to Bruce and Lorimer 2018, shared teacher and students norms to contribute to a fair and engaging learning environment, a characteristic of a positive school culture. So, let us know about these teachers' norms. So it is to teach in different ways. Different ways of teaching is necessary because the students need to be able to learn about what teacher is teaching. Second, call students by their names. Learning your student names is the first step in knowing who they are, and also it gives respect and it helps them to feel recognized as individuals, and it fosters their feelings of being partners in learning. Third, care about students' feeling. Great teachers, they want them to succeed and committed to help them to achieve their goals, understand their situation. And the fourth is have good attitude. Attitude is very important when you are a teacher. It affects your students in many ways and can shape their learning. Stay calm. A calm teacher benefits herself and her students first. Students tend to reflect the teacher. So, second, calm teachers elite to college classes, and calm classes allow for focus work. Then, use kind of words and have patience, also greet teachers and say goodbye, and help students understand, also be respectful. Okay, let's move on at student norms. First, have a growth mindset. As students, it is important having a growth mindset because it can help to overcome obstacles we may face when learning something new or developing a new skills. Like, believe in yourself that you can improve, fail forward, keep trying, speak positively about your abilities to learn. We all have different definitions of failure simply because we all have a different values and beliefs. A failure to one person might simply be a great learning experience for someone else. Call classmates by their names. So it is better to call your classmate because it is the greatest connection to their own identity and individuality when someone remembers our name. We feel respected and important. It is also a positive and lasting impression. Third, be responsible for your work. Like, have materials ready, advocate for yourself, be a professional, meet deadlines, participate, and be on time to class. So, as a student, taking a responsibility for learning means acknowledging that we are responsible for our life as students. Fourth, listen to the teacher, to your classmate, to guests, to the directions. It is means on an active process na when we listen or to listen to teachers, we discover new things, build trust, and make better decisions. Fifth, attend school the majority of the time. The last norm of student is to be a good team player, like provide good, helpful feedback, stay calm, encourage others, use proper language, and also communicate clearly to students and teacher. Teamwork teacher are essential communication and social skills such as active listening and effective speaking. When working as a team, students learn how to listen to their leaders and coaches in order to perform their individual roles. Students learn how to listen to one another in order to function as a cohesive unit. In overall conclusion, creating a positive school culture can produce numerous benefits for teachers, students, and administrators. Teachers approach their duties with greater enthusiasm and tend to have more positive interactions with their students and colleagues. Administrators and teachers should work collaboratively towards a set of shared educational goals. Instead of feeling like competitors on opposing teams, they should see themselves as one team working towards one goal. When students feel secure and cared for, it affects their behavior and academic performance. They form more positive emotional bonds with each other and their teachers, which reduce stress and interpersonal conflicts. giving teachers authority to make decisions regarding the school's operation, nurturing PD, and highlighting best practices lets teachers know they are respected, trusted, and valued. Establishing events and activities that have the sole purpose of being fun helps alleviate stress and interpersonal hostilities that may build up over time. So, in addition, creating a physical environment that is pleasing to the eye and includes lots of natural sunlight lifts everyone's mood. Thank you for listening and God bless.